Hey guys, moi songe premier ti vidéo dans channel ça, côté m'te montré yon humanoid te ka di en langue pano loup-garou, mais en pile monde te commenté là-dedans gen ça te dit li vrai, comme ça gen ça te dit le pas vrai. Mais gen monde tout simplement choisi pas de commenter des opinions pa yo. Te vidéo a mes amis, on font un dialogue. Malgré tout ça qui a passé dans le moment ça là, dans le petit pays en Haïti, tant que le monde entier, mais nous pas jamais oublier bagaille des comptes passés, tant qu'on petit proverbe qui dit, bail qu'oublier pour te max songer, et qui toujours faire en pile parler sur question ça causer loup-garou ça malgré qui dit c'est malféktè, c'est alien, fantôme, zombie, tout le monde a version pareille, tout le monde. Tant que n'a regardé dans sociaux médias dans moment yo n'a regardé comment on te fait un petit grand monde t'a passé misère. Bon, moi même je connais moins, channel ça les pas supporter aucune la violence. Mais ça pour dire. Eh bien, m'a tout profiter pour me dire à tout monde qui suit channel ça, si vous êtes un monde qui aime ces vidéos ça yo, rete branché, subscribe, abonnez channel là, et puis pesez petit bouton cloche là comme ça, les n'importe vidéo la faire connaître pour une fétiser. Ah, pas de connaître sans plus tarder. Nous avons quelques petites vidéos nous pour montrer et tout expliquer pendant la vidéo a déroulé dans l'événement qui passé dans la vidéo. Songez, c'est où pour décider dans quoi s'ouvrir pile vite or not. Let's go.
This live television news report catches a strange change in the reporter's face that has been causing a major online debate ever since. Watch their eyes closely or you might miss it.
Forces and protecting the population and minimizing civilian casualties have long been a cornerstone of the counterinsurgency.
This Colombian video from 2008 is apparently the last footage taken by 4 men that disappeared, found inside an abandoned car. The footage shows the men driving towards a strange person dressed in all white, possibly a wedding dress.
Arranca.
No, despacio, hágale despacio.
Mierda,
huevón, hágale despacio.
They slowly approach the person and attempt to drive around them, and that's where the video ends. What happens next is a complete mystery, since this was the only footage found. Skeptics have been unable to debunk this video or find the whereabouts of the disappeared men that were mentioned. It appears whoever was standing on the road that night will remain a mystery. A YouTuber named Matthew Van Hughes is enjoying nature when he hears a loud voice of someone who apparently isn't. Listen to this part and tell me if you can literally hear the word help being said, because I think I can. Two friends are creeping around a forest in Granada, Spain when they stumble upon something they were never meant to see. The humanoid is likely hunched over its prey as the two approach. They accidentally make a noise and the humanoid's keen ears detect them instantly. It looks up from his meal, ready to attack. You can see that this creature is thin and bony. It looks skinny and sunken in, fast, with a high metabolism. Its reaction time seems way too quick for any ordinary person. Anthony Choi is a UFO investigator who has been looking for UFO activity in Peru for the last 25 years. For decades, it had seemed like the aliens were always one step ahead of him, but one summer night, while hunting for humanoids near a gas station in Pachacamac, Peru, Anthony finally captured one of them on his cell phone.
Se está escapando de nosotros.
Grábalo, sí, está caminando, grábalo.
A la mierda, tratando de espinitas, es algo.
The blue being vaguely has a human outline. Look closely and you can make out its arms and legs as it glides across the street. It looks like it is made out of pure energy. Whatever the technology is, it comes with one special life-saving trick, teleportation. The humanoid stops in the road just as a freight truck comes barreling its way at about 70 miles per hour. It looks like the strange blue visitor is about to get flattened, but then it suddenly disappears and materializes behind the vehicle like magic. It keeps crossing the street while Anthony watches with his crew in disbelief.
Cálmate.
Me paralizó ahí.
Sí, es una persona, es un
No, estaba caminando.
Está caminando. El globo estaba caminando.
Estaba caminando, esa verdad.
The fact that it stops in the middle of a busy road suggests that this thing is not familiar with our highway traffic rules. Even though it is probably not from this earth, it appears to be well experienced and capable of adapting to new dangers. It continues to cross 3 more lanes and teleports straight through another truck with ease. Anthony and his team of investigators say that the creature was about 3 feet tall with red eyes and a head that was shaped like a pumpkin. As the video shows, they were too overjoyed at the thought of discovering extraterrestrial life to... He enhances the footage and slows it down to make sure his eyes weren't deceiving him. To his amazement, the adjustment only made things even more clear. This is what he saw. This strange sighting has since caused a huge debate online as to whether or not this humanoid was a gray alien or a ghoul. Many people point out that aliens aren't really seen in the cemetery, but ghouls on the other hand. Who knows what other kinds of humanoids have been accidentally caught on tape, waiting to be discovered. This footage comes from Vietnam, where all sorts of strange creatures are rumored to still roam free through the wild and unconquered forests. This stuffed humanoid in particular has been deceased for quite some time, possibly for decades, and now looks discolored and slowly falling apart. It appears to be half man, half snake. Long blonde hair grows from its human-like head, which is furry all over yet also covered in straw blonde facial hair. 2 rodent-like arms stick out from its fur-covered upper body. Its face looks like a cross between a man and an ape. The nose looks like it belongs to a primate, but the gray lifeless eyes and smirking mouth look like they could belong to a person. Its scaly lower half looks exactly like a snake's. Watching this thing in action must have been a terrible and shocking sight. How goblin, though it looks completely human except for its height. The supposed goblin in this video is shorter than 1 brick tall. It peeks around from behind a wall and quickly disappears once it sees the camera. The camera follows it to the other side of the wall and finds a tiny hole that the humanoid must have escaped into. If it wasn't for the video, this supposed goblin would not have left a trace behind. This video could very well be proof that the humanoid kingdom extends into the insect world. At first glance, this video appears to be a firefly or some similar sort of bug, but when slowed down frame by frame, you can clearly see that this is not a bug at all, but rather appears to be a tiny winged humanoid. The video shows an insect-like humanoid with clearly discernible arms and legs. Unlike most bugs, this humanoid only has 4 limbs, and the arms appear to be twice as short as the legs, much like a person. There's simply no insect on Earth like it. It's just too bad the lighting conditions don't provide more detail, because it would have been interesting to see more of its face and overall color patterns. Exactly where this video was shot is not known. It's very still, as if the maintenance worker is too afraid to move. Maybe he heard a noise and is waiting for a creature to reveal itself. Suddenly, a pair of floating eyes peer at him from the distance. The eyes appear to belong to some sort of nocturnal predator. They reflect so much light that all you can see are 2 gigantic white dots that are roughly as wide around as flashlights. The humanoid does not appear to have much experience with humans and seems apprehensive as it peers around the corner. It decides to run away and the cheap camera cuts out before we can see any more of the chase. The creature seems incredibly fast and probably got away, but exactly what happened next is anyone's guess. The video footage survived, so the cameraman probably did as well. Then again, maybe they recovered it from his dead body instead. There's just not enough information out there to say for sure. Whoever shot this footage claims to have been filming back in 2008. They were exploring an abandoned house and decided to start filming after hearing a strange noise. It's a very short clip since it wasn't long before they were running out of the house screaming. Reviewing the footage again, you can clearly see that this is not an ordinary forest creature. Its front legs bend inwards as it runs, kind of like a human running on all fours. It doesn't appear to have much of a face, yet it can somehow make a terrifying scream. The humanoid appears to be ready for the cameraman as soon as he opens the door. It approaches aggressively, but also with a hint of caution, for it rushes at the cameraman at only half speed. It also doesn't seem to pursue him when he starts running, which means it's probably just claiming its territory.
Live life golden, yeah, we're golden.